Today we're going to talk about a rather entertaining story from my college days. This is probably freshman year in college. To paint the scene, all right, I'm from a little tiny town, boring. It's called Parker, Colorado. I think the only thing to do if you're under 21 is go to the movie theater, and it only opened like when I was like 20. So I don't even know what we did. We got to parks. Did, I don't even know how to explain what we did. We just kind of chilled. So I come back. This is one time I believe I'm in college. I come back. There's four of us. My good friend Tommy, who we used to call Hulk Smash because he has a lot of anger built up when things don't go right. And then my friend Ho Sung, who is our Korean friend. Yeah, Ho Sung. Yeah, Ho Sung and I were in the front seat, and then our friend Chin and Tommy went inside. So let's get some background. So we're in Parker. We're bored as shit. What are we gonna do? I don't know. We can't drink. We're not 21. Um, and if we were, there's still only like two bars, and so that's probably still somewhat boring. I think maybe we finished the movie something. So wondering what we're gonna do next. It's probably 9 to 10 p.m. and we come up with the idea to go TPing. And I don't know if we're TPing random people or our friends. Most likely TPing our friends. Our friend Calvin was definitely a favorite target of ours when he lived in Stonegate and before they moved to the Pinery. So actually, I think his parents already had moved. I don't know who we're doing. This part of the story does not matter. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go TPing. We're bored little Parker kids, young adults. We are gonna go to Walmart. It's the cheapest. We're broke too. I mean, we're 20, 21 at most. So we go there, and somehow we decide that Tommy and Shin are gonna go inside, and me and Hosan are gonna chill in the car outside. No idea. So they walk in, and me being the little prankster, I guess I am, I'm like, yo, let's move the car to another part of the parking lot and see how long it takes them. They'll be coming out with like 20 rolls of toilet paper, walking around the parking lot, and they won't have a clue where we are. So Hosung and I move to another corner of the parking lot, and we sit there. We're waiting for like 20 minutes. Eventually, we kind of see Tommy and Shin come out. We look over, and we're like, oh, they're going the wrong way where we used to park. So we're laughing. We put the seats back, so we're laying flat and giggling like little Scottish schoolgirls until eventually we start hearing some commotion and there's yelling. So we kind of like peek our heads out, like, what's going on? Is there a fight here? Who's fighting? This tiny little town with like zero crime because there's no one in it. Everyone's a cowboy that just lives out on their ranch. So we get there and we see it's Tommy's kind of yelling at someone. We're like, what's going on? So he finally gets to the car and we have it locked as part of the prank. And then he like pounds on the window. We can tell he's pissed off. We're like, oh shit. So Tommy, we finally unlock it, get Tommy in, it throws toilet paper, and he's screaming. He's like, fuck that guy, that little fucking asshole. Whatever. I'm like, okay, what the hell happened, bro? It's like, I don't know. Let's get in the car and get out of here. This isn't worth it. So Tommy, I think he gets back out and or hasn't gotten in yet. Walks more things like, don't ever say that to me again. You know, get the hell out of my life, whatever. Comes back and sits down, and at that moment, there's like, I mean, you can ask Tommy Hosung or Chin to verify this. There's at least 6 cruisers, police cruisers, that come up with their bright lights. They get out of their fucking cars with guns drawn. At this point, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I'm in the shotgun. All these cops come up, and I just sit there. What the hell happened, man? And Tommy's like, this asshole's just trying to say shit. So eventually, they get us out. I mean, I don't remember them using a megaphone. I think that they just shouted. They're like, come out with your hands up. I'm like, what the hell? So there's cruisers surrounding our car, and we come out with our hands up. And like 2 cops take each one of us. So I'm like off. They put me in the back of the car, put me in cuffs. Again, remember, I'm like 20, 21. I believe I'm still living with my parents. Yeah, I think I'm home for the summer. It might have been home for like Christmas break, to be honest. I feel like it was winter time. So I'm in the back of a car and I have this like flip phone back in the day, and you could only I remember this phone was like broken, and so you could only flip it like a half an inch. So for like, phones were still expensive back then. All right, y'all, and I was a broke college kid, and so I'd lift the phone up, and it could only go up about that much, and you could see what people texted you. But if you open it all the way, it would go black. Don't ask me how or why. I just remember this specifically because I'm in the back of the car, right? So I still don't really. All I know is that Tommy and Chin went in there to buy toilet paper, came out with a bunch of toilet paper, screaming at someone. I'm thinking maybe it's an employee that's like, you can't buy this much toilet paper after 10 p.m. or something like that. Then called the cops and was like, hey, they're about to go TPing. Let's call the cops or something. So I'm still thinking that we're getting arrested for buying toilet paper. In my head, I'm running through and I'm like, there's no charges for buying a certain amount of toilet paper. There's no way that that's a law. If that was a law, they just wouldn't let us do it. There's no way we're getting arrested for buying too much toilet paper, even though our intent was to go TP houses, but there's no way that they could know that or prove that or anything. So I'm freaking out going through all that. Then the cop, and I'm in the back, the detained in handcuffs in the back of the car, sitting there for 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm sitting there like, man, Parker police really thought they must have nothing to do. Six cruisers and like 10 cops, 8 cops, 10 cops for 4 little young adult pranksters. So finally they come and they're like, hey, have you been communicating with them? I was like, well, yeah, we drove here. We were talking all the time. She's like, no, in the store. While he was in the store, I was like, no. They're like, let me see your phone. I was like, here you go. Good luck. She like opens it. She's like, why is the screen not working? Is it dead? And I was like, no, it's on. You can only do it this much. And I'm in handcuffs. So I can't even show her. I'm trying to explain to her, it can only be open like less than a centimeter. And then you have to bend it so your eyes can see. So I'm telling this cop, I'm pretty sure eventually she just gave up. She's like, screw this. So then finally I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why are we here? They're like, well, your friend was trying to steal a car. I was like, no, he was not. He wasn't stealing a car. They're like, yeah, someone lost their keys. Someone, filed a report for their keys stolen and said that he took them and that he was trying to come out and find the car to drive off with it. I was like, no, he has arrived. We're his car. Like, we're not here to steal cars. We just needed a lot of toilet paper. We had a toilet paper crisis. And we're just here to buy toilet paper and then we're leaving. No sign of stealing cars. She's like, well, the evidence is kind of bad. He was inside for a short amount of time. He stole the keys. When he walked out, it's on camera. He walked all around the parking lot, and it looked like he was trying to find the car so that he could get in and drive off with the stolen keys. And I started laughing. I was like, no, he was walking around the parking lot because we hid the car from him so that he'd have to walk around with 30 rolls of toilet paper so we can go TP houses. And so then these cops are all, we don't buy that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't buy that? Like, you think he walked into Walmart with 30 rolls of toilet paper, went and saw keys, stole them, then walked outside to go take them and steal a car with his 30 rolls of toilet paper. So eventually they get it all cleared up and they let us go and they give us these little cute cards that say, I remember they said something like, if your parents ask, remember, you weren't arrested, you were detained. I'm like, oh, okay. So they finally let us go. The people find their keys. So the people just lost them. So they're all accusing Tommy of stealing keys, accusing him of stealing their car. And the whole time he just went to go buy a bunch of toilet paper so we could TP houses, and we hid the car from him. And so he was walking around. So it all like lined up negatively in his disfavor. And so at the end of the day, we got arrested at Walmart for buying toilet paper. And that's the end of that story.